Salutations, everyone. This is Razor here, giving you guys another movie review, going over the second film that came out this weekend. You guys saw my After Earth video yesterday, or if you did not, you could go ahead and check that out. Now to review the better movie that came out this weekend, Now You See Me, with a pretty star-studded cast: Jesse Eisenberg, Mark Ruffalo, Woody Harrelson, Melanie Laurent. I don't know, generic girl. It doesn't matter. Isla Fisher, Dave Franco, little James's brother, Michael Caine, and Morgan Freeman. Pretty good cast. Now You See Me is, of course, the magician bank robbery movie that you guys might have seen in the commercials or previews. It's a very interesting trailer, caught a lot of people's attention, so I wanted to see this film. It was very interesting. Magician movies, I don't even know if that's like a genre in itself, but this is the third one that I know of that I have seen. There's The Illusionist and The Prestige back in, like, I don't remember, like 2008 or something. And they all followed pretty much the same formula where they start off with some tricks, and then there's some mystery, and so you have to, like, go through what's happening, and at the end the big reveal shows you how it's all done. This movie pretty much follows that same uh, process, which isn't a bad thing. I mean, The Prestige and Illusionist were very good films, and definitely better than Now You See Me, but Now You See Me isn't that bad of a film. The film wants it to seem more clever than it actually is. Not to say that it's a dim-witted movie. I mean, it's pretty nice. Some of the things you aren't going to see coming right away. But there are still some other things when it comes to magic and hypnotism, sleight of hand, escape artistry. There are some of these things in the movie that you're going to see coming if you have seen some magic shows or if you've seen some hypnotism or mentalism. Some of these things you're going to see coming. So maybe a laugh or a setup gag or something that will surprise most people aren't going to surprise everyone. But once again, not necessarily a bad thing. There's pretty good acting in this movie. Jesse Eisenberg and Woody Harrelson, especially Mark Ruffalo, also does a rather good job. Little baby Franco, not too shabby. The girl's pretty generic, and Ela Fisher, pretty nice too. Nothing outstanding, but you don't really need it for this movie. It all pretty much comes down to the plot and the writing, which is pretty decent. I mean, it's not absolutely amazing. It's not going to be one of those movies that just knocks you on the back of your heels with, like, wow, that was really good. I didn't see any of that coming. But it's still an entertaining film. It's good for, like, a popcorn muncher to just see one time. Maybe not a movie that you would want to waste a lot of money on to see late at night with a couple of people, but maybe wait till it's out on Netflix or something and rent it. It's okay. It's definitely better than After Earth. But there's not a lot of things that aren't that's come out this year that cannot be said for. But it's still a pretty good film. It's just like it makes it feel like it's more clever than it actually is. But it's still enjoyable. It's still enjoyable, kind of. It's just a plain vanilla movie that it's not. Some of the things aren't too obvious, but there are many of the side points to the story, not necessarily the main plot, but many of the side stories they get a little bit of tiresome and just get a little formulaic in that we've seen this stuff over and over and over again, especially when it comes to a cop investigating a series of crimes when the criminal is much more smarter than they are. There's just some things that kind of get in the way, and also relationships between certain characters. And it also, like in After Earth, there's this thing that they keep bringing up in the movie that is important, but they just keep bringing it up. So it just makes it really obvious um, that a certain point in the plot is going to involve something that they keep mentioning, which I find to be really tiresome because it feels like they have to spell it out for the audience, even though they're also trying to keep the audience on their toes. So it's like, make up your mind. Do you want us to know, or do you not want us to know? But overall, it's still a pretty all right movie. Um, I would, if you had to see a movie this weekend, maybe see Star Trek a second time. But Now You See Me isn't too bad. Definitely better than After Earth. And I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time.